Hi everyone and welcome back to your information security newspaper channel. Today we will speak about two of the most popular cryptocurrencies today, the Bitcoin and the Monero. As you might have heard, hackers and ransomware are making the switch from the Bitcoin to the Monero. Let's see why. Bitcoin or BTC is the original cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was so revolutionary when it started that it inspired the creation of other 5,000 cryptocurrencies. One of these other cryptocurrencies is Monero or XMR. Monero was born in 2014, focusing on user privacy. Surely, Bitcoin offers more privacy than directly using your credit card, but it's not completely anonymous. All Bitcoin addresses and their transactions are registered on the Bitcoin blockchain, which is a record of all transactions. Therefore, if you are tied to a Bitcoin address, you don't have anonymity. Monero, on the other hand, has its balances and transaction histories completely private. This might be one of the reasons why Sodinokibi ransomware, for example, has started to accept Monero cryptocurrency. It will surely make it harder for law enforcement to track the ransom payments. In 2020, Europol made an official statement saying that Monero is impossible to track. This actually created concerns of what Monero can be used for. So last month, the ransomware Sodinokibi, our evil ransomware that we were speaking about, posted in a blog that they are starting to accept Monero cryptocurrency. Tor is another example of this. Tor is a site that uses onion routing to conceal information about user activity. It allows users to browse the internet anonymously. They work something like this. Tor encrypts the data multiple times, and it sends it to a virtual circuit compressing successive random selection. Each relay decrypts a layer of encryption to reveal the next relay in the circuit and pass the encrypted data on. Like layers in an onion, the final layer decrypts the innermost layer of encryption to its destination without revealing or knowing the IP address of the source. So the routing of communication was concealed at every layer in the circuit, and there is no way to know the source or the destination. And Monero even has a web-based wallet with Tor. So imagine the combination of these two privacy-wise. But let's dig into Monero details and understand why it's more private than Bitcoin, and why ransomware has decided to use it and leave behind Bitcoin. Number 1. Stealth addresses. One of the privacy features of Monero are stealth addresses. A stealth address is meant for protecting the privacy of cryptocurrency receivers. They require the sender to create one-time addresses for every transaction. So sending multiple Monero transactions to the same address will appear on the blockchain as sent to different addresses. This way, these transactions cannot be linked to an already published address or standard share address. Only the receiver and the sender can actually know where the Monero was sent, and the funds cannot be linked to the receiver in any way. Number 2. Ring confidential transactions. Another privacy feature that Monero provides are ring confidential transactions, which are a combination of ring signatures and confidential transactions. Ring signatures provide ownership of the funds, just like a Bitcoin address private key. And with Monero confidential transaction, random funds that are used as a distraction are mixed with the real funds, and it's not revealed which funds have been signed off on, making it impossible to know which funds were really spent. Each Monero transaction uses 10 decoy or distractors, so it's extremely hard to track the amount. So this confidential transaction is what allows Monero amounts to be hidden. However, there is a cryptographic algorithm called the Pedersen commitment, which allows the sending and the receiving ends to know what amount they are getting or what amount they are given. So no Monero was double spent or created out of nowhere. In conclusion, only the sender and the receiver of this transaction know how much Monero exchanged hands. Number 3. Recovery. Cover is another Monero privacy feature. It basically hides a user location and internet usage. It's very probable that Monero users already take their own precautions to stay private. However, Cover will do this by default, enhancing the overall network. Bitcoin does have privacy features like Cover, but they are not built on the protocol, and they are totally optional, not like Monero's that is always there. Number 4. Fungibility. Another important part of Monero that develops after its privacy is its fungibility. Fungibility means that one unit of money is interchangeable for another unit of money. Imagine someone pay you for whatever service or product you offer with a Bitcoin, and later on you learn that that BTC cannot be spent because whoever paid you has been blacklisted by the government. This hypothetical scenario proves the lack of fungibility in the Bitcoin. Since all its transactions are public, BTC can be traced to unwanted activity, can be tracked, and can be blacklisted. So even if you did not participate in any illegal activity, if your BTC did, you cannot spend it. To better understand fungibility and its importance, think of a dollar bill. Even though there is a chance that your dollar bill might have been used for some illicit activity at some point, everyone will accept your money because they know they can use it without anyone questioning its legitimacy. That's fungibility. Monero has fungibility by automatically applying privacy to every transaction. So even if a Monero in your possession was at some point used for some illicit activity, no one can know because all Monero transactions are private. So in conclusion, and for better or for worse, this is why Monero is being accepted by ransomware and dark markets. Well, I really hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Click on the bell button. My name is Conely Gonzalez and I wish you the very best.